Welcome to this short video. I'm going to talk about Dentler upper parts of their mounts. If you scroll down through videos on our YouTube channel, you will also find other videos about Dentler mounts. So I will not go about the details how these mounts are really innovative and so on, how they enable you to use one single optics on multiple rifles. You can check this out in other videos. But I'm going to speak about the top part or the upper part for all the scopes which have a normal central tube, so with rings, mounts with rings, and in steel version, because you can get this same identical mount also made out of aluminum. It has Dural in its name, but here now we have the steel version. So how this mount is made: you always have the lower part, the base. This one is the standard basis. Then there are also vario bases. You can check the video about that basis as well. And then you have the upper part on which you're able to mount rings on 6 different points. So that gives you really a lot of flexibility to achieve a perfect eye relief on any rifle, on any scope, and so on. Why they are called out that? Why they have steel in their name? Because all the parts, the rings and the base, are made completely out of steel. There's not a single part of aluminum inside. That means that these mounts are really heavy. They're also quite expensive, more than 300 euros, 309 euros. And you're able to choose between 1 inch, 30 millimeters, 34 millimeters, 36 millimeters, and 40 millimeter rings. We have here 30 millimeter rings and 34 millimeter rings. But like I said, you can get anything from 1 inch to 40 millimeter rings, even if you're putting a Swarovski DS scope on your rifle. Why would someone choose steel option? I would say most of the people choose steel option because of some traditional likeness, or how to say, because of perception that steel is better. It is more durable, that's true, but honestly speaking, with normal calibers, also if you choose and buy completely the same mount out of aluminum, so out of Dural, as they say, durable aluminium, it will work completely the same. So both of these two mounts function completely the same when you put them on the base of your rifle. They have the same dimensions, they have the same shape, and so on. But I would say you go with Dural all the way up to 375 Holland, and then from 375 Holland onwards, especially if you have a heavier scope, you could go with a steel version. All the rings are available in different heights, so you can see the height here. These are 6.5 millimeters, I think. No, 3.5. These are the lowest rings. But then you have also the option of 6.5 millimeters, which are this, I think. Yeah, these are 6.5. And then the highest version is 9.5, but that's really, really high. It comes into play if you have iron sights on your rifle and you are planning to use some kind of clip-on on your scope. Then you go with the highest mount possible. All the setup together, if it's made out of steel, it's quite heavy. But honestly speaking, if you have a rifle, let's say, is in 416 Rigby or something similar, then the whole rifle is also heavy and you will not notice it that much. If you have a normal 3006 8 by 57 9.3 by 62, something like that, then you can go with a Dural mount and it will work equally well. It's about 100 euros cheaper, something like that. Okay, so I think we came to the point, like in every review I do, about what could have been done better and what I really like. I really like the whole philosophy of these mounts, how easy it is to use them, how easy it is to put them on your base and off, how they hold zero always, how they're really durable, and so on. Even with this steel version, I do believe that there are people who will prefer steel version because they think they need this additional durability, even though honestly speaking, if you're really not using some African Magnum, it's going to be an overkill. Okay, what could have been done better? I think that the steel version could have been done a little bit lower. I think that this mount, it's, I would say, a bit on the high side. It's a couple of millimeters too high in my opinion, but on the other side, when you see the fact that you're able to have one single optics on 4 or 5 different rifles, especially if you're using the Basis Vario bases, which enable zeroing on the base, then that couple of millimeters of additional height doesn't really matter that much anymore. I also think that they are quite expensive, so 309 euros, it's quite a lot, only for the upper part, and then the lower part, if you have a standard rail, it's 109 euros. That's already 400 plus euros for the mount. If you have Vario base, which is 400 euros, that means that you're in the between 700 and 800 euros for the whole mount. Normally, it makes sense if you are using this same mount on 2 or 3 rifles, because you save money, because you don't need to buy additional scopes. So all in all, durable, repeatable, high quality mounting solution made in Germany. Normally Dentler is from Germany. I think they are about 10 years old or a little bit more, and they are one of the most innovative companies in the field of mounts for sport optics. I hope they covered everything. If I forgot something, maybe one additional thing: the screws that you get together with the rings, you have to apply around between 3 and 5 Newton meters of torque on them when you have the rings on the base. Anything above 3 Newton meters is already enough. You can also do it by feeling, and you won't, I would say, I'm quite sure that you won't do it wrong. And the upper rings, for which tie down the scope tube, 2 Newton meters, 2.2 Newton meters is maximum. You shouldn't go above that. But we have a separate blog post about this and separate videos about this. So now I think I covered everything. If I forgot something, please use the comments below. If you like our videos, please subscribe. It really means a lot to us, and see you next time.